Yeah, I never played fair, so tell me why now should we care? Queen Bee told y'all a long time ago that we run the atmosphere. Did we build that? Yeah. Do we own that? Yeah. We even in the studios running playback. Shout out to Airman Sally, the young guard, to all the G's like us. Yeah, we go hard. See, this is how it feel to be a champion. We might fall down, but we never run. You wouldn't need it if you knew what we overcome. Do you know all the we gotta overcome? But they ain't stopping nothing. Me and my girls on top, straight stunting. And we abide by a real strict code. Hands off my ex and homies over.
If you try to shut us down, we'll show you just how we get down. And just to even up the score, we're coming kicking down your door.
We play our way.
Would rather be me.
Do work all day.
We don't see defeat.
Did we fly that? Can we buy that? We even run a full court, make it stack. Shout out to Maya Moore, the young guard, to all the girls like us. Yeah, we go hard. See, this is how it feel to be a champion. We might fall down, but we never run. So proud of them that we overcome. Do you know we gotta overcome? We bow down to none. I wanna hail out all my day ones. Time really does fly when you're having fun, but the party don't stop till we staring down the sun.
If you try to shut us down, we'll show you just how we get down.
Whistling at them from the country, yes sir. You know we're straight out of that long week working now. Everybody wanna party all night long. Bonfire on the back 40 in the middle of nowhere. Nobody going home tonight till we're straight out of moonlight. Straight out of moonlight. Yeah. Just a bunch of John Deere junkies getting funky to some old hang nothing, been stuck in the mud that we can't hook up to a rusty chain in the sun or in the rain. It's the kind of thing, you know we're straight out of that dirty south, dirty roads. Nobody got no money, got them signed up pickup trucks whistling at them from the country, yes sir. You know we're straight out of that long week working now. Everybody wanna party all night long. Bonfire on the back 40 in the middle of nowhere. Nobody going home tonight till we're straight out of moonlight. Straight out of moonlight. Woo! You know we're straight out of that dirty south, dirty roads. Nobody got no money, got them signed up pickup trucks whistling crowds. You're sitting on a ghost, saying out, you're feeling drunk, all you sound.
Hello, my name is Kamal. I am from the clouds. I'm a human now, but I used to be a raindrop. Word up, I'm really good at putting words up. I make them levitate and circle with the birds. I don't need to force it, I let it occur. Whatever occurs, thank you. Feel like I was touched by an angel. Once again, a whole nother angle. I got a lot of holes in my angle. I got a lot of love and a whole lot of ignorance, and that's a good thing if you want to relate. I'm just trying 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 to relate. Presence, now, presence, come out, It's come out like a power within him. I get down like gravity, rackety rappers and raps rapidly follow the rapid into the rapids and being rapping and rattling, rattle riddles and rivets into the sky. I'm a rebel feeling rhythmically clear. I am vigorous, spinning right to the rhythm, widow the side eye. I am the killer in the grasses. I am the kid in the corner with the glasses. I am the specter, you should respect them. I don't expect the special, ain't special. I don't expect nothing. I'm just really glad I can say something. It's a blessing. Ain't no stress affecting my presence. But sometimes the pressure keep pressing. Worst keeps my impression impressed. That's the way to relate. I'm just trying 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 to relate. Presence, now, presence, come out.
everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. As we head towards kickoff, two quarterbacks will be on the field today trying to push their team to victory. It's the Cowboys going up against the Falcons. With that, let's send you to Atlanta now, where Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis are on the call.
Larry, we are just off of Centennial Olympic Park Drive at the home of the Falcons since 1992. It's the Georgia Dome here in downtown Atlanta. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Dallas Cowboys and the Atlanta Falcons. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Here's the offense, and I don't know what more you can say at this point in his career about Jason Witten.
You just give him full respect. This is a guy who knows how to do everything on the football field. Not just catch the ball, but huge in the run game with his blocking at the line of scrimmage.
Here we go.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. And this one complete to Witten over the middle. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
3rd play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Third and short yardage. Prescott trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception throw.
And that last one, that hurts. And here now come the Falcons. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. A glance at the starting unit. Julio Jones, a threat on the outside, of course.
Combines great athleticism, incredible speed, and a whole lot of toughness to be one of the better receivers in the NFL.
on second down. On the screen, this is Coleman. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a third down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
3rd and 2, now Ryan. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Very tough spot here for the offense to start. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Here's a look at the young Atlanta Falcons, although next year, obviously, everyone will be a year older. So rookies like Deion Jones, Keanu Neal, Devondre Campbell, an extra year, well, their only year, but a year under their belt now to get better.
They're just young and growing, aren't they? I mean, I expect their play to continue to accelerate and elevate. And think about the building blocks they had in front of them. Second-year guys in 2016 who had big years. Grady Jarrett, a monster in the Super Bowl, tied a sack record in that game against New England. And Vic Beasley led the NFL in sacks for the regular season with 15.5 and also had 6 forced fumbles.
And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Now back to the ground with Elliott. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. Tackle made there by Robert Alford.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Prescott now on 2nd down. He hits Beasley right side. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space.
Let's go!
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. He's going to go for a big play downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I like the boldness, and I like that they took a shot downfield, but it was well covered. He was able to get a hand in and knock it away.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. A 2nd down throw for Prescott. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the one.
And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Falcons. Mohamed Sanu And the Falcons have taken the early lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of the success?
Here's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. Bryant, the lone receiver, left. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Let's look ahead for a quick minute. We don't have the schedules yet for next year, but what we do have are the 5 international games that will be played, 4 in London and then 1 again in Mexico, Jacksonville, Baltimore, Miami, New Orleans, Cleveland, Minnesota, Rams, and Arizona. Those in London, and then Mexico's going to get a great game. The Raiders and New England.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And just think about the ones in London. Remember, they're splitting them between the 2 different stadiums in London, so they get a different flavor in all of these places. But Mexico, for the 2nd straight year, the Raiders are coming to town. That should be a whole lot of fun.
Should be a ton of fun and a very good matchup. Throwing, Prescott. It's caught on the right side. Williams. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short. And now the passing game here in the 2nd quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence. 2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. 2nd down here after the incomplete pass. On 2nd down, Prescott again. On the left side, he finds Beasley. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Three yards left to grab here on 3rd down. Third and short yardage. Prescott. A dump off to Elliott. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
He went full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key 1st down.
Yeah, really a nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab. On 1st and 10, Prescott. Bryant with a catch right side. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. A glance back at 2016 for Dez Bryant. 50 receptions, under 800 yards, had 8 touchdowns. What do you make of the season that Dez had?
Well, remember, it started with Dez injured, so it took a little while for him to get started. I'm going to make a bold prediction for you. Would not shock me at all if he doubled his catch number next year and darn near doubled his receiving yardage total. Because if he's healthy all year long, they're going to want to take some pressure off of the run game themselves. And Dak Prescott in his 2nd season should be that much more confident throwing it downfield.
Good job by the O-line. Quarterback had time to go through his checks. That's one you need to take advantage of.
A perfect situation, and they're unable to take advantage of it. When you have that much time to scan the field, you have to find an open receiver.
Here's Prescott. And a quick throw here that's complete. And eventually brought down, but it's near the 5 at the 6.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. One man in the backfield, Elliott. They'll throw again. Prescott. His pass caught at the 4. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Shift together here from the D-line.
There's a good push to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you line up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
They're knocking on the door as they come to the line here on 3rd and goal from the 1. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal.
Partner, it's decision time now. I know it's still just the second quarter, but you have an opportunity to either kick the field goal or go for it and try and score a big-time touchdown. This is why the head coaches get paid the big bucks.
The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. They come out with 1 back and 3 and he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dak Prescott taking it in. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. All right, different topic here. 2018, the Super Bowl, traveling north, far north to Minneapolis. Early predictions for that one. Who you got?
Well, you know, everyone's still waiting in the NFL for a home team to play in its home stadium, right? So could the Vikings...
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones, 75 yards. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Good pass, clean catch, and a house call there on the fly route.
And not that much room to operate. So that tells you about his acceleration. We always talk about being able to go from 0 to 60 real fast. Took him less time than that to get to top speed and complete that play.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now here come the Cowboys. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
He sets to fire deep. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play here for Dallas. 47 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
It looked like he might have had a window there, but the rhythm was just a little bit off.
It certainly was, because everything that has to get a pass completed, yeah, you're right. The sink just wasn't there.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now Prescott, and he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And Bailey able to knock it through. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles, okay, so Larry apparently giving us the silent treatment all of a sudden, and we're going to skip ahead to quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So out come the Falcons now. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Any team that runs the toss and runs it successfully, that means they win the battle on the edges. That means you seal the edge in order to let your back get to the corner. They got it done there for a very nice game.
Here's Coleman. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And when you're running the football, one thing you don't want to see is a big boy coming up there and swallow you whole in those D tackles and nose tackles.
No, you're actually counting on your big boys to protect you from them. But on that play, the defensive tackle had the leverage, and he won the battle. No gain, correct?
No gain. Wide open receiver complete. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. There's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They'll come up now in the Wildcat package. Out of the Wildcat, this is Freeman. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Jalen Smith out of Notre Dame, Partner, that's got to be one of the best stories in the NFL, seeing him out on the field.
Yeah, it really is. That injury that he had during the bowl game against Ohio State, boy, that hurt his draft stock. So nice to see him out there.
I had him rated as the top player in his class in 2016 before his injury. He ends up going in the second round, and now he's starting to make the plays we expected to see. Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
A nickelback added defensively as they look to stop this 3rd and 8. On 3rd down, Ryan hit, and he lost the football. Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, but the net gain, 3 points.
And you're going to have drives like that in this league. Sometimes you just got to take the 3 and move on. Always better than nothing.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know in the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. They'll come out in the pistol. Prescott on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. Back now in Atlanta. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter play. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Prescott now. He's going to air one out. He's got it at the 15. A big play here for the Cowboys. And even 40 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Give him 6 on the play, and it's a 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Second down, Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
You're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it.
And Beasley's got it. Touchdown, Cowboys. Cole Beasley, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Tyrone Crawford in on the tackle.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
Here's Ryan to throw. Buying time to his left. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time. And it'll bring up third down.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. From the gun on third down, Ryan. It's caught left side, Tammy. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. This is taken around the 12. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Here's the option going right. Here's McFadden as they begin on the ground. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain, and it's second down. Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he was a big factor in the run game. No gain.
Tie game here. Time starting to run down. The defense really needs to try and keep this game tied, see if they can get the ball back for the offense. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. On 1st and 10, Prescott. And this one complete to Witten over the middle. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. So an excellent throw and an excellent catch there.
Zone coverage, which means you just have to find the open areas in between defenders. That's exactly what happened on that play.
Prescott to throw. Out left side here to Bryant. And 15 yards there on the catch and run.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a entire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
They'll run with Elliott. And he went. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Prescott. Bryant with a catch right side. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. And the Falcons going to use another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. First down, a run with McFadden. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That was a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. Now it's the Florida Atlantic alum. This is Alfred Morris. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackle was there right away for a loss of yardage.
Let's go!
They'll pitch it out to Elliott. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. They got the ball to the outer third of the field, but they could not seal that edge and lost yardage.
And I love how you brought...
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And Bailey able to knock it through. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.
Wides in the game, 4 of them to the right side. Back to throw. Surveying the field, being chased out left. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. Till next time, we say so long from Atlanta.